Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setup for today. Sorry, and yeah, starting off with Euro USD as usual. So we are in this downward trend, but the reality is, it looks like we have a bit of a rounding bottom here. If you just look at price action there, you can see how it's rounded. So what I'm looking for is structure. So this first area of structure right here, you can see quite a bit of interaction with it. Fairly strong level 118.823, and if we come back down to the hour, what we're looking for is price to regain that level. Now it has battled on Friday, it battled yesterday, and at the moment we are sort of just hovering off it at the moment. So I am pretty much sit on hands until this level breaks. So I want to see support on 118.823, sort of price go past, come back, form some support, and then we're looking for a move to the upside. What you can also do is just do that, because that needs to go as well. So basically the break above this level needs to be fairly high, come back, test some structure, and that would be opportunity to buy into this with a nice tight stop below the lows of yesterday. Moving across to US dollar, Japanese yen, pretty much had a pretty solid continuation to the downside here. So this sort of pin bar here in the middle of the week, rejecting the moving average crossovers here, was the first signal. We got another one yesterday, but I was expecting it to be a little bit higher than that, and the sell-off happened. So I think for me that is confirmed at the moment. So we're looking for opportunity to sell into this, and there's a few things here, and I am only interested in this gap closing. So you can see we've got a gap in the middle of the day. So that is at 109.489. So I would want to see price come back, either reject that area, or alternatively the next level up, which is 109.605. So any price coming back into that area with price action, and the price action I'm looking for will be engulfing bars, pin bars, or inside bars. There's an inside bar there. So that's what I'd be looking for off that structure for continuation to the downside. British pound, Japanese yen. So we had a pretty strong sell-off yesterday. Moving averages haven't crossed over, still kind of in a bearish trend. Thing is, we've been in an extended uptrend for quite some time, and then we sort of faltered and went into this this weird, how do I put it, a weird volatile pullback. Now what it has done is, here's a shoulder, here's a head. The question is this another shoulder? So what we're looking for is structure. Now the bit of structure that we're at the moment is right here. You can see there's my tails, lines up with these, lines up here, has been rejected in the past, and if you go across to the left, you'll see quite a bit of interaction here as well. So just coming back down to the hour, you'll see bottom of what potentially could be a range, bigger inverse head and shoulders, but also a smaller head and shoulders. So this is the shoulder, here's the head, so bounce back, you would expect continuation. So this one I am sit on hands. I'm not really keen to get stuck into this, because you have two different signals, one on the lower time frames and one on the higher time frames. So for me, looking at the lower time frames, it's looking like a move to the downside. Looking at the higher time frames, it's looking like something to the upside. So I'm going to go with the higher time frames at the moment. So 152.300 would be the area to regain. I'd like to see price get above it, come back, test it, and then start creating another higher low. That would be a signal for me to get in early for an anticipate inverse head and shoulders break to the upside. Converse is true to the downside, I think. So 151.600, break below it. I want to see price come back and test it, reject that level, start making a lower high, and then give me an opportunity to get into that for a move to the downside. And the move to the downside will probably be capped by one of these tails here, possibly even as far as that tail. Okay, anyway, that's kind of my view at the moment. This is really just wait and see what transpires. But there is something brewing that is quite interesting there. Lastly, Euro, British pound. So you know, we've started the week off with a range bar. We've had a big move up, big move down over the last 2 weeks. And look at my oscillators now, grouping it, starting to get into position where we're looking for a second leg down. And that has been the story of this pair for quite a number of weeks. So we're looking for an area to sell off, and it does look like this is coming up fairly closely. So what we're looking for at the moment on the hour, you can see again converse signals. You can see oscillators easing off above the moving averages crossover. So doubt we're going to get some action here. Might be wrong, but right here where price is at the moment is a fairly interesting one. But I would be more interested, I think, in taking out the low of yesterday. That would be a little bit more sort of concrete for me. So a break below 0.85 and a retest of that area would get me the opportunity for a long. The second thing that you do have here is you've got a trend line breaker as well on the hour. So yeah, I think there is a little bit of a finer one. So London breakout strategy may also work. So if you look at this 0.85425, if price gets below that, break below that on the 15-minute, then you've got an opportunity for a short with a tight stop. That would trade, I would trade that with the 8 hour if that does materialize. But this is the ultimate goal that you want to see break, 0.85300. If that goes, then I would expect another lower, sort of a lower low forming. So well worth watching, but you just have to be patient. I think we may actually just also range here for a bit. Anyway, that's it for me this morning on Forex. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.